Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing good. How are you feeling? What you've been up to? Fill me in on a gossip, you know how I like to know what's going on. Anyway, today's tarot reading is about connecting to our ancestors, our spiritual teams, guides, whatever label you want to attach. Yeah, to see what's going on, what messages are coming in for us this week. So we have pile number 1, which is flame tree, the start of something new. Then we have pile number 2, remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. And then pile number 3, the goddess of creation, transformation, creativity and wholeness. So you can pick more than one if you want to, if you feel drawn to more than one, or you can just pick one. Do you, boo? It doesn't matter, you know. So let's get straight in. I feel like today's energy is not a ramping kind of energy. It's like stuck in, bitch, let's go. I also have another tarot deck just to pull out some extra cards to see what else is happening. But let me get stuck in and see what is happening for pile number 1. Pile number 1, you have the flame tree, the start of something new. With this card and this energy, and I hate these kind of labels so much because it's so, I don't know what the word is. What's the opposite of empowering? Disempowering? I don't know. Unempowering? I don't know. The dis version of empowering when I use these, or when anyone uses them, right? Because people get so caught up in some weird next level of fuckery that has got nothing to do with anything. So I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna translate this. Don't take offense if I'm a certain way, because I just think certain labels lead to like just a lot of disinformation. So twin flame, soulmate, twin flame energy. This feels like for me when I see this card and this energy and stuff. And for some, I feel like there's a reconnection. For others, I feel like you come into contact with that kind of energy, right? That twin flame, soulmate energy, life partner even. I prefer the term life partner rather than twin flame and soulmate and all those kind of things. Just realised I have ink on my fingers. So pile number 1, you could be... There's 2 situations I feel like for pile number 1. The first, the main one is, I just looked at the clock and the date is the 12th of the 12th, 2021. Interesting. A lot of 2s and 1s there. The main message that I'm getting is like a reconnecting. And whether this is like the first time you physically see each other, understand for what I believe as well is that, you know, we've had many lives. So this could be like someone from a past life coming back and you meet, and it's like this reconnection, like a twin flame connection, but the real twin flame, not this 8 stages of twin flame bullshit that everybody's on. Soulmate, all that kind of energy. So it's like this coming back together and uniting and creating this force that's like you can't wreck it. Like when you get this energy together, the world shifts. The whole world shifts, because there's no love like this. This love is what love is, what love actually is. Not this how like aesthetic or I love you, but you know, like condition. So, you know, like I only love you because there's a condition that, like, no. It's like freedom, acceptance. It's just love, unconditional, free. The other thing could be as well, if there's not like another person in your life or anything like that, it could be that you're finding balance between your own divine masculine and feminine energy I feel like for the most part, pile number one, maybe you've been living a lot in your masculine energy, and maybe you're actually trying to relax and exhale more into your feminine energy. I feel a lot of like sacral chakra, root chakra energy. Like maybe a cleansing or an awakening. I know a lot of pile number one, you're probably feeling like, when it comes to relationships, especially with like partners and stuff, that people will call you picky. But it's not that you're picky, you just understand energy exchange now. Before you didn't really understand, but now you understand that you just can't give your energy to anybody. You can't have relations with just anybody. You can't have that intimacy with just anybody. It's sacred. It's sacred energy, and you just, you know, you just can't hand it out anymore. So people might call you picky, or you got high standards, or you're a bitch or a bastard. You know, like when you know, you can get approached by people, right? And when you say no, sorry, I'm not interested, all of a sudden you've gone from being a goddess to being a bitch, or you've gone from being a king to being a dog. You know, like, people are crazy. Don't listen. They just don't understand, as well as you do, what this energy represents. Moving slightly away from the whole twin flame, soulmate, life partner, relationship stuff, because I don't really like to do love readings and stuff, because I feel like people get too caught up on the third party situation stuff. So I'm going to bring it back to something else. And I feel like a lot of you are ending a lot of karmic cycles, like family, like deep-rooted heritage trauma. And yeah, it's taken a lot out of you. But when you understand, like, all the hard work that you've been doing, like, it stops with you, boo. Like, you're putting a stop to this curse, this trauma, this thing that's been weighing over you and your family for friggin' however long. Like, you put a stop to it. It literally feels like I can see a whole new life. The start of something new. A new you, a new life. But I feel like, you know, this is what I say. People like to do a lot of external stuff. And the reality is, like, it all starts and ends with you. Because this is going to sound morbid as fuck, but when your eyes close forever, none of this is going to exist. Like, does that even make sense? I feel like that was so morbid. I apologise. But it's like, I don't know how, sometimes I feel like sometimes you just got to be so, like, extra. Because if you say things subtly, I don't think people really get it. Like, this is a new you. Like, it starts and ends with you. You have always had the power to be able to have the life and be the version of yourself that you've always wanted and are, right? Most of the time it's about unbecoming everything that you've been told that you should be, to be able to be the person that you came here to be. Right? That's where all this, like, conditions and society and all that kind of stuff, you know, like, the moment you come out of the womb, all of a sudden you're a female and you've got this name that you didn't choose for yourself, and, you know, you're born into a family that have certain traditions or whatever, you know, and instantly it gets slapped on you, even though you didn't ask for none of it. But even though you didn't ask for none of it, there's a purpose for all of it. Like, I don't think people realise how mad this journey is, right? Oops. So yeah, this is like the new you. The only reason you're going to get the life that you actually want now is because you've changed. The world hasn't changed. You have. And it's because you've changed that the world will start changing. You see how mad this is? I tell people that I'm literally a walking contradiction, because I feel like I just am. How does that even make sense? But it makes sense. It does. Let's see what else is happening. Let's see what else the tarot has to say. Pile number 1. Let's see what else. Yes, look, just even looking at the bottom of the deck before I even pick up these other cards, you are definitely on the verge of this new... Yeah, see, even the will... Like, listen, don't play when it comes to tarot. Don't play. You really are. Like, if you ever had any doubt, stop right this very second. Yeah, you may have had to have walked away from all of these things that you're used to, but going off to find yourself and to become... Oh my goody aunt. I'm just... Can we just... What was I saying at the very beginning? Taking it back to what I was saying at the very beginning. Let's just put that back there for a second. So even though, like, you've lived your life and you've built up all of these things here, like these 8 of Cups, well stacked, ducks in a row, blah, 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 you're still not happy. You're not happy because you haven't explored yourself enough. And you're going off to do that. And because you are exploring yourself, like, going back, it starts and ends with you. Like, I keep saying like. The tables are turning. The Wheel of Fortune, like, is bringing so much good fortune to your life. Just because you've gone inward. Just because you've decided that, like, I'm taking a step back, I'm going to look at myself, I'm going to work on myself, I'm going to do what I need to do for me. Like, you took your power back, and because you've taken your power back, everything, like, the world changes. What's that quote? Be the change that you want to see, and be the change that you want to see in the world, or something like that. Right? It all starts and ends with you. And because you've taken your power back, like, your life changes dramatically. Your connections get deeper. Like, everything just, it deepens and lightens all at the same time. Get rid of any self-doubt right this second, I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, any self-doubt you've ever had, get rid of it right now. Know who the hell you are and what power you possess, because that second that you take your power back and you stand fully in who you are and you understand who you are, life will change. You will change, life will change, the whole world will change. Trust me. And I told you as well in the beginning, I'm going to bring it back before I move on to the next pole. Bring it back to the beginning, you know, like talking about reconciliation and stuff and someone coming back. Yeah, they had to leave, or maybe even you walked away, right? Because they had to walk away because they had to understand, like, they had to understand who you are and the value in who you are and what you will bring not only to their life but the power that you have together. Like, they didn't understand. You see, they went from having the 8 of Cups to now, like, the 2, like, it's gone from 8 cups to 10. Sorry, you can't see. So there will be a reconnection. I feel like they've just been stalking you two with this card. Like, this is my favourite little buddy here, the little stalker guy. I know that's the most basic bitch version of saying that, guy, but I like that version because it's fun. They've been watching you. What's that song? My nan used to sing it all the time. I've been watching you. La 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 la. That song. Has anyone heard it? Or was it just me? Okay, moving on. That song is not stopped playing in my head now. All I can hear is that song. Na 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 na. Reconciliation, reconnecting, they did have to leave. Maybe you had to leave because you had to find yourself so you could come back, or they could come back and be like, listen, I get it now. I had to like get myself together, but boo, I'm back. I'm here for you. And I feel like if we're really looking at this, and let's just look at the energy, we're not looking at the sexes, right? We're not saying woman or man, we're saying masculine and feminine. The masculine energy, the dominant masculine energy, doesn't matter if you're male or female, will be making the move towards you. Or if you're the masculine energy, you will be making the move back, you will be returning. But I feel like they're going to be returning. So pile number 1, that's you. Let me know in the comment section below if that resonated for you, because that was crazy. I loved it. Let's see what's happening for pile number 2. Let me just quickly shuffle this deck. Mix up the energy a bit, you know. Pile number 2, what's happening for you? Pile number 2, this week is going to be extremely emotional. Pile number 2, your card says remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. When I feel this energy, I'm more of an energy person, so yeah, okay, the words are there are great, but like just feeling the energy instantly, like I can feel it, like it's heavy, it's emotional. I wouldn't be surprised if this week you're not up and down crying, or like there's a lot of like a lot of reflection, a lot of looking back, a lot of visiting the past, and you know, it could be sad tears, it could be happy tears, it doesn't matter. Because the emotion, like, it's just there. It just feels like an ocean of emotion. But don't get it twisted though. Like, I don't want you to get it twisted, because it's like this emotion, this experience. Let me try and get the light off the card so you can see. You can see this woman's covered in vine, right? She's covered in leaves and stuff. For me, this is just growth. And we have to sometimes go through what we go through. But I feel like more importantly for pile number 2, it's about, you know, the arrow, right? When you watch how the arrow and bow work and stuff, you have to pull the arrow back for it to be able to be propelled forward. So this could be, you know, don't beat yourself up if you are looking at the past. As long as you don't like get comfortable and pull up a chair and fucking live there for the rest of your life. Like, sometimes you have to go back to go forward, and I don't think a lot of people understand this. For everybody, I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care if you think you're some like high mighty like priestess or guru, whatever label people love to call themselves these days. Like, we've all been there. The only reason we can get to where we are is because we've been in these situations before. I've done it. I've returned to situations I shouldn't have returned to, but I needed to, because I needed to get that, like, I needed to get that last bit out of my system. And when I did, life changed, because I went back and then I was like propelled forward into like just crazy, like not even negative stuff, but just life-changing stuff. I can feel a lot of pressure in my head and stuff, like around my eyes. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of happy and sad tears this week. A lot of mind, head, like my brain just feels heavy, but like electric at the same time. And I just want to repeat again before I get some tarot cards and stuff, that don't beat yourself up for taking a step or two back, because sometimes you do have to go backwards to go forward. this is like, when this stuff happens, I want you to understand how important these kind of situations are, because it's these situations that really change your life. They're not fun, you know. Healing isn't like fun all the time. A lot of the time it can be painful. Why do these cards keep doing that? Right, okay, that's what I needed. Thank you very much. I feel like a lot of you really need peace and quiet. I feel like you might need to isolate for a little while to get away from the noise, so you can really feel everything that you need to feel, everything that comes up. I feel like any form of distraction right now is going to kind of hinder the importance of what's happening for you guys. So I do feel like you guys need, you feel that, I'm not saying you need to, I'm saying you feel the need to isolate and detach a little bit from people, the world, right? You need to go inward and have some space for yourself, because all the stuff that is coming up and, you know, like stepping back and going forward and all, like, this ain't for the weak-hearted, you know. This is deep, life-changing stuff. So definitely see you may be going off on your own to kind of really allow yourself to feel everything that you need to feel. I definitely feel that there's like this energy that's kind of like caught in the Nine of Swords. It's like, what I'm hearing is, don't get comfortable in this energy. Don't let this be where you build your home, you know. Like, this is not it for you. It's just a place that you need to visit. It's not like your permanent destination. And the Justice card is saying to me, like, it was just urging me. I was trying to like get this energy to a point, but the Justice card was just like, listen to me, look, come here, like, everything's going to be okay, okay? Like, everything's going to be okay, everything's going to work out for the best. It might not be what you want, but it will be what you need. Everything is going to work out just fine, trust me. And with, shit, I didn't even realise the Temperance was here with her Two of Cups as well. Like, you've got the scale here, and you've got like this, just this symbolic stuff for me represents like finding that balance again. But a lot of it comes down to, while you're going through this stuff, it's not about this kind of energy where like you're ripping yourself to shit. It's about like loving yourself even harder. It's about taking care of yourself more. It's about really upping your self-care and your self-love game while you're going through what you're going through this week. Like, watering your own garden, filling your own cup, like looking after yourself. And this Temperance, you know, she's got one foot in the water and one foot on the land. It's like bringing it, you know. Like, I really believe that your physical body is the last place that something will manifest. And like, now is the time to feel it all. But it's almost like, don't worry, because you're strong enough to cope with what's coming up. And the other thing I'm getting as well with the Fool And just the fact that like there's wings, and the freedom that comes after this is breathtaking. And the Fool is just asking you to, again, experience what you need to experience, but have faith and trust that everything is going to work out perfectly, exactly how it's meant to. It might not be what you want, but it will be what you need. And every lesson is a blessing. I also get with like the Fool card and just this energy is to really just like leap into it, like really jump into everything that's coming up. Like don't hold back, just jump into it, feel it all, because when you feel it, you heal it. And that's what it's about. That's why all of this stuff is coming up again, because it needs to be healed. It needs to be looked at, it needs to be felt. But just know that, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to start repeating myself. Just know that after you go through like this experience, like the feeling and the healing and the delving into, and like there is so much freedom and so much expansion waiting for you on the other side. But again, like I said, it's that bow and arrow, right? You pull it back and it propels forward. So it's almost like you've got to go back to go forward, and just don't do this to yourself. Don't rip yourself to shit. Don't like put yourself down or whatever. Like it's needed. You have to go back to go forward. And trust me, taking 2 steps back and then taking 10 forward, you like understand the freedom that comes with what you're experiencing right now. It's like you just need that last little piece of the puzzle before like you get your whole scene, you know. There's something else I wanted to say as well around like meditation and breathing and stuff like that. If you are having trouble like with meditations and stuff like that, always just bring your focus back to your breathing. If your mind keeps going, like if this 9 of Swords energy keeps popping up, just keep bringing your awareness back to your breathing. And if you can't do that, like feel what the breath feels like when you breathe it in through your nose. The sensations, like bring your energy back to now. And there's nothing more present than your breath. How does it feel when you breathe in? What does it feel like when you exhale? Bring it back to the present and get out of your head and bring it back to like your senses. One of my favorite sayings, Ralph Smart said, is lose your mind and come to your senses. Apply that to your meditation too. Like leave your mind behind. If your mind starts taking over, come back to your senses. What do you hear? What do you smell? What does it feel like to breathe in and out? Bring it back to now. But you guys, you have no idea how cool and amazing and freeing things are going to get for you. Let's see what's happening. Oh, God. I'm literally ripping my knitted thing to shreds. Let's see what's happening for pole number 3. Pole number 3. The goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, wholeness. Pole number 3, I get a lot of feminine energy, obviously goddess energy, but whether you're male or female, I feel like stepping into that feminine energy might usually come quite hard for you guys. And I'm hearing just drop everything back into your heart and your sacral chakra. Just bring it back down into your heart space and into your sacral chakra. You can do that through dance, through art, through writing, meditation, visualization, self-expression is another thing that's coming up. Like self-expression, like what's that saying? Like, all bars off, or all gloves off, or something. Like, no bounds. Like, be fully you. Express yourself exactly how you want to. Whether you want to do that through clothes, through writing, whatever you choose. Do it without creating any barriers. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't limit yourself to what you can be. Like, you can be anything you want. Don't limit yourself. I feel like the transformation for pole number 3 is a lot to do with yourself. I feel like the more you step into yourself and this new version of you, the more creative obviously you're going to get, but the more fuller you feel within yourself. Because if you've been feeling like empty or lost, or the need for like any form of escapism, it's because there's a feeling of like lack or loss or something like that. And the more in you go, the more whole you become. And the more whole you become, the more like just everything fucking changes, you know. I feel like I said that for someone else as well. I can't remember who though. Oh God. Let's see. Keep ripping the thing. Let's see what else is coming up for pile number 3. I swear to God, pile number 3. Every damn week. Every damn week. These 2 cards can sit there for a second because we're coming to you later. Pile number 3, get the same card every week. What the hell, man? I can definitely feel this like 9 of Wands energy, and I understand, because you literally feel like you've been through a war. I feel like your heart just can't take it anymore. I feel like you're someone that has so much love within you that people abuse it and use it, and then you always end up getting the shorter end of the straw. And I feel like maybe that's why you have like this wall of wands, like to protect yourself, because at the moment maybe you're feeling very battered and like you can't do it no more, or I see also for pile number 3, like working on a new project, but add your own flair to it. I feel like you might be trying to bring the old you to the new you, and the old you is done, like no more. So it really is about like taking that shell off, like stop wearing it, that's not you no more. And really the projects that you're working on need you to be the new you. You can't apply the old you to the new stuff. It's not going to work. The new stuff requires you to be this new version of yourself. And this like Page of Swords energy, like he's qualified, right? He just qualified. He's excited. He's got his sword and he's like swinging it around, you know, getting his practice in and stuff. And then we have like the 8 of Pentacles over here. You know, he's doing his thing. He's working hard. He's, you know. But I just get this sense of like you're doing these new things, like you're doing your creative thing, and maybe you've got like a creative block or something, and the reason why that block is there is because you're trying to bring the old into the new, but the old is done, like it's just done. You just, I can't put it any other way, like you can't bring the old into the new now, because this new version of you is nothing like the old you. And it applies to everything. Work, you, like you just standing in your power, your patience, like everything has changed. You've changed, and you can't bring the old into the new, is what I keep hearing. You can't bring the old into the new and expect to create something new with the old, because the old is like, it's done, it's dusted. Okay, I want to quickly address these two because they're side eye me. Every week, pile number 3, you get this energy. Every week. I swear to God it must be. And then on top of that, you get the 5 of Pentacles. So maybe it's like looking back, right? Looking back at, I don't know how to word this one. It's that same energy of just that you're not deceiving others, you're just deceiving yourself. And because you're deceiving yourself and like you're looking back at yourself, and this is what you see, right? You see this energy, you see lack, you see loss, you see not good enough, you see all of this old stagnant energy, and like you're just deceiving yourself because that's not you no more. Like that is not the truth. That's not your truth. It never has been your truth. It never will be your truth. Like those stories that you were told throughout your whole life have got nothing to do with you. Those are somebody else's issues. That's somebody else's story. That's not your story. So stop wearing it like it's yours, because you've outgrown it. Like you can't apply this energy to this. Like you can't apply this energy to that. But yeah, this energy like never leaves you at the moment. It's like, I swear to God, every week, every damn week, the 7 of Swords comes up for you guys. And I keep saying, it's not anybody else that's deceiving you. You're deceiving yourself. It's like, how much longer are you going to keep doing this though? Like, you're already in this energy. You know, you're already feeling battered and like bruised and stuff. We're putting them to a side because that's the old energy and we're moving into something new now. Like having patience with yourself in this transition and like your new projects and stuff, and understanding that the reason why you're having so many blocks when it comes to work or health or whatever is because you're carrying old stories, old patterns, old versions, and trying to apply them to the new you. This new you that you've spent months, you know, you've been going through it. You know, we can see this here with the 9 of Wands, like you've been going through it. Shit's been all over the place. I'm going to start repeating myself, so I'm going to say it one more time before I move on. You cannot apply the old versions, the old stories, the old this and the old that to the new version of you. And if you're having trouble stepping into the new version of you, maybe it is time to, you know, go back inward again. And maybe you spend a lot of time inward, but I mean, if the stories keep repeating, then, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not about rushing the process. Maybe it's about taking it even slower and being more patient and waiting. Not waiting, but like just having patience with yourself. The old is just not going to work with the new. You need a new way to do what you came to do, the new self-expression, right? Because it is a form of self-expression. Everything we do is a form of self-expression. The work we choose, or the whatever, it's our belief system, it's our self-expression, it's everything that we are, it's just everything we do in life, right? And this new version of you, it's like at zero. Like you have to, it's like reparenting yourself, learning about yourself again, what works, what doesn't work, and all that kind of stuff, you know, like it's from scratch. So I get that you might want to do things how you used to do them, but how you used to do them doesn't work for you no more. Pile number 3, I'm going to wrap it up there because I keep repeating myself now and I find it annoying when I do that. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'm hoping that we don't see this energy next week, man. What the fuck? Pile number 3. She. Anyway, people, I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.